We keep hearing one question over and over. How exactly does investing in Wahid real estate potentially earn returns? Let's simplify that today. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ali, part of the investment team at Wahid Real Estate. Our mission is simple. We allow everyday investors to get access to the asset class. We're making halal, Sharia-compliant investing easy, affordable and straightforward. So let me explain exactly how owning property through Wahid works. We find promising properties in locations across the UK, primarily London or Manchester. For each property, we set up what's called a special purpose vehicle, or SPV, essentially a company that exists solely to own the specific property. Instead of one person buying the entire property, multiple investors like you purchase shares in the SPV. The properties are purchased with cash, with absolutely no mortgages or debt involved, making the investment fully halal. For example, if we purchase a property including all of the acquisition costs at £500,000 and you invest £5,000, you own 1% of the shares in the SPV. And to confirm your ownership clearly, we issue an official share certificate showing your ownership stake. This makes you a genuine property investor, owning real estate without needing a huge payment up front. Meanwhile, we handle all the complex parts, finding tenants, maintenance, legal work, so you can sit back, relax and watch your investment grow. Your investment can potentially earn returns in two straightforward ways. First is rental income. When the tenant pays rent, you receive your portion based on how much of the share you own. We typically distribute this rental income quarterly directly to you, and we aim to achieve an annual rental yield of over 5% for all properties after costs. Second is through capital appreciation. This is simply the increase in the property's value over time. So if we buy a property for £500,000 and sell 5 years later for £600,000, that increase of £100,000 represents the capital appreciation. Your total potential return includes your proportionate share of this capital appreciation plus rental income earned throughout the investment period, minus any applicable fees and expenses. That's what you potentially earn in addition to your original investment. Now let's see how easy it is to calculate your potential returns using our simple online returns calculator. Start by setting your investment amount with this slider or simply type it in the box. Let's use £5,000 as our example. Next, choose your expected return yield. While we show options between 4 to 7%, we aim for above 5% on all properties. For this example, let's go with 6% to illustrate our preferred range for this example. Finally, pick your investment time frame, 3, 5 or 10 years. Usually we aim to hold properties for about 5 years, so let's select that option. With just these three inputs, the calculator instantly shows you what your investment journey might look like. Looking at these results for our assumed £5,000 investment at 6% net yield over 5 years, the annual rental income shows £300. That's the money you could expect to come to you throughout the year, totaling £1,500 over 5 years. This income is already calculated after deducting all property-related expenses. Over 5 years, your potential total return could reach around £2,212 on top of your initial £5,000 investment. This combines your annual rental income and the projected capital appreciation before any fees. Now, making sense of the graph. The solid green line shows your projected returns based on your inputs. The shaded area represents a realistic range of potential returns from conservative to optimistic scenarios. The red dashed line indicates how inflation at around 2% per year would reduce your money's purchasing power if it was to be left uninvested. These projections help you see not just what you might gain, but also what you might lose by keeping your money in the bank. Just a quick reality check about money. If it's not growing, it's potentially shrinking. If you leave the same £5,000 sitting untouched for 5 years, inflation, even at a modest 2%, will reduce its real value to around £4,500, meaning you lose £500. Meanwhile, that same £5,000 invested in real estate through Wahid could potentially grow to £7,212. This difference explains why property has remained a cornerstone investment for generations. It offers both protection against inflation and potential growth beyond it. With Wahid Real Estate, you can start this journey with as little as £500, knowing your investment is fully Sharia compliant, professionally managed and working for you daily. Try our returns calculator yourself by clicking below. Starting your property investment journey with Wahid is surprisingly simple. First, download the app and select the real estate option. Complete your identity verification process, which typically takes around 5 minutes. Next, complete your real estate onboarding. This involves a quick 6-question appropriateness test and choose your investor type from the list. Then explore our available properties. Each listing shows key details like location, expected rental yields, property features, and financial projections. When you're ready to invest, decide how much you want to invest and complete the transaction with just a few taps. Your ownership confirmation will arrive within days. If no properties are currently available, you can join our waitlist and we'll notify you when deals go live. Make sure you've consented to marketing when completing the onboarding so you can keep updated on new opportunities. Once invested, you'll receive your potential quarterly rental payments directly to your bank account throughout the investment period. If you have any questions about the process, feel free to ask in the comments below. Every property investor started somewhere. Make Wahid your first step towards building a halal property portfolio.